Let's take a look at this lesson on page 27 in your spiral. It's 4.3, writing functions from a table. So we're going to be looking at sequences and patterns. And let's take a look at this XY table. If you notice on the left, your X values, every X value is increasing by 1, and every Y value is also increasing by 1. So we have a pattern here. The next thing you're going to look for when writing a function is look for the relationship between the X and Y values going across. You kind of see the blue arrows pointing to that. Do you have an X plus correlation or an X minus correlation? Here it looks like we see that each Y value is 3 less than the X value. So we can check it by saying 1 minus 3. So that 1 is from the X, the minus 3 is the rule that we're thinking we have, and you do end up with -2, which is your output. So that works. Try the next one. 2 minus 3 is -1. That works. And then 3 minus 3 is 0, which works, and 4 minus 3 is 1, that works. So the function for this sequence is f of x equals x minus 3. Remember, f of x is just y. Y equals x minus 3. Do the same one here for the second one. You'll notice that each x value again is going up by 1. In this case, the y values are going up by 5. So is there a relationship from 1 to 5? Well, we could add 4, but 2 plus 4 won't get you to 10. So is there a multiplication rule? Looks like 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 5 is 15. So the function here is f of x equals 5x, or y equals 5x. Try these next two on your own. I wrote down the pattern here. We've got a +1 on the x's and a +3 on the y values. So let's see what we have for our relationship. Look across. Is there an adding or subtracting relationship? Now try multiplying. Write your function as f of x equals. And my screen is scratched a little, so I apologize if this is messy. So for that first one, we would have f of x equals 3x. 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9. That one works. Now let's look at the bottom one. F of x equals 4x. And again, I apologize, my screen is scratched. Now we'll go on to the next page. Now on this page we have something a little bit different. Is there an addition, subtraction, or multiplication relationship going across? No. But what's happening to the y values? As each x value increases by 1, the y values are increasing by 25. So looking back at the problem that we did on the other pages, you'll notice that we looked at what was increasing, and we had y equals 3x, and the common difference for each one was 3. We had y equals 5x. We had the common difference of 5. We had the 4x. But the difference between this problem and the other ones is the first term. The first term on the y equals 5x was 5. The first term on the y equals 3x was 3. And the first term on the y equals 4x was 4. But on this one here, the first term is 65. It's not 25. So what this means is that we are going to have a two-step equation. We have to do the multiplier, and then we're going to have to add or subtract something to end up getting to that y value. So in this case, we're going to start it off with f of x equals 25x, because we're taking that common difference of 25. Now we have to say 25x plus something is going to get me to 65. Well, if x is 1, 25 times 1 is 25. And what do we have to add to 25 to get to 65? Well, that would be 40. Try and see if I can actually write on this. 40. Okay. Well, does that work? Let's try for x is 2. 25 times 2 is 50. Is 50 plus 40 90? Yes. Go ahead and try it for 3 and 4, and you'll see that it works. And therefore, this is your function rule. Let's take a look at the next one. The x values in this example are increasing by 1. The y values are increasing by 6, but that first term is not 6, it's 10. So this is the big clue that says 2 steps here. So we know we're going to start off with this y equals 6x because that's what this is right here. Now we have to go 6x. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 plus what will get me to 10? Well, that's going to give you 4. But does it work? We need to check it. We can't just assume because it worked for the first one, it's going to work for all of them. So 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. It works. You can check with 3 and 4. So what I want you to do for your homework is do this last one and figure out what the common difference is with the y values. Do the function rule, the f of x equals. Figure out these fourth and fifth terms, and then using your function rule, tell me if you were to pay for 73 hours of yoga, 73 hours, what would the cost be? And again, apologies for the scratches. Good luck, and we'll finish this up in class tomorrow.